Elon Musk reignites calls for Federal Reserve reform amid rising economic tensions. Elon Musk, known for his strong opinions on monetary policy, recently reposted a statement from U.S. Senator Mike Lee advocating for the abolition of the U.S. Federal Reserve. This unexpected endorsement has sparked intense debate across economic and political circles, highlighting growing concerns over the Fed's influence on inflation and centralized monetary policy. Senator Lee's initial post criticizes the Federal Reserve's structure, arguing it operates outside of direct presidential oversight and thereby contributes to unchecked inflation. Before we proceed, please like, comment, and subscribe to help us with the YouTube algorithm. This endorsement aligns Musk with the broader movement that questions the necessity and constitutionality of the Fed. Skeptics of the Federal Reserve often argue it wields too much power over the economy, and that its policies can be misaligned with the needs of everyday Americans. These critiques resonate with advocates for decentralized finance and cryptocurrency, who see digital assets as viable alternatives to traditional, inflation-prone fiat systems. Musk's repost appears to reflect his belief in these decentralized principles, suggesting that control over currency should shift away from central banks. Musk's involvement adds a powerful voice to a group questioning the Fed's role in inflation rates and the purchasing power of the dollar. In the context of recent inflationary spikes, which have led to higher consumer prices and reduced savings values, these critiques gain additional relevance. Critics argue that Federal Reserve policies, especially those around interest rates and money supply management, are a direct cause of this economic strain, fueling more frequent calls for transparency and accountability. The debate around the Federal Reserve and inflation is nothing new, but Musk's endorsement brings added visibility. Many cryptocurrency proponents, for instance, argue that digital assets like Bitcoin are designed as a hedge against inflation, offering a store of value that isn't susceptible to Fed-induced depreciation. Musk's history with cryptocurrency further underscores his support for decentralized finance, as seen in his frequent endorsements of Bitcoin and Dogecoin. His repost signals alignment with those who view cryptocurrency as an answer to the inflation problem. Historically, the Federal Reserve was established to provide stability to the U.S. economy, tasked with maintaining stable prices and low unemployment rates. However, critics like Lee and Musk contend that it has grown into an institution with far-reaching and sometimes problematic influence over the economy. They argue that without significant oversight, the Fed's policies can be both ineffective and damaging, contributing to a misalignment between economic policy and the real needs of the American public. Musk's position has implications beyond simple economic critique. His massive online following and influence on public opinion mean his views can sway discourse far beyond the immediate financial community. The renewed criticism of the Federal Reserve has created a lively discussion across social media, with many users echoing Musk's concerns. This public endorsement may also add momentum to legislative calls for reform, especially from figures in Congress who share Lee's stance on the issue. While there's no indication that immediate change to the Fed's structure is forthcoming, Musk's stance could pressure lawmakers to revisit the Fed's accountability. For those who share Musk's concerns, reforming or even eliminating the Federal Reserve would mean greater transparency, giving the public more insight into how monetary policy decisions impact their lives. Critics see this as a necessary shift, arguing that the Fed's autonomy has shielded it from public scrutiny for too long. Proponents of the Federal Reserve counter that its policies are essential for economic stability and that its actions during crises, like the 2008 recession and the COVID-19 pandemic, have prevented deeper downturns. However, Musk's repost brings attention to those who argue that the Fed's interventions have primarily benefited large corporations and banks, while ordinary citizens bear the brunt of inflation and devalued savings. The debate also touches on the future role of cryptocurrency in the economy. For Musk, a vocal advocate of digital currencies, the discussion underscores the potential for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to offer a solution to inflation and centralized control. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts view this as a validation of digital assets, which are inherently decentralized and immune to the Fed's policy fluctuations. As the conversation around the Federal Reserve's future continues, Musk's involvement highlights the broader push toward financial independence and decentralization. His repost signals that skepticism toward the Fed is not just a fringe position, but one that resonates with influential leaders and a significant portion of the public. Whether this sentiment will lead to actual reform remains to be seen, but Musk's statement undoubtedly keeps the issue of Fed accountability at the forefront of economic discourse.